Nails are working and sometimes they're not. Okay. Hey there, welcome back. Thank you guys. I had to take a little mini break and take care of the cats and get them out of the room. What is today? Today is January 16th, 2019. And I am here to say hello. Sorry, a little distraction. I try not to be distracted. I just read The Tale of Three Trees on the previous video, again from January 16, 2019. Today, I am uploading late because I had other things I had to do earlier. I'm not feeling well, so I'm kind of in between. It's not really I don't know if you call it cold, but my body's fighting whatever it is. And I'm just making sure I get my rest, though, which is very important. When you're not feeling well, you get your rest because that helps your body heal a lot faster than trying to just, work through it and a few Hail Marys and then I feel better, but then you don't really feel better. So it is raining here in what's normally sunny Southern California. And just a moment ago before I hit the live stream, the power just kind of went ear. So I'm hoping that it stays on. And then I'm also hoping and praying that it was maybe lightning outside or something related to the weather and not anything else that's creepy, paranormal-ish. So I cater with my reading to anyone and everyone of all ages. What is that? Oh, that's my hair. Anyone and everyone of all ages. Do I have the volume up? I always have to check the volume. I say a lot. If you put a comment sometimes I say in the middle of the live streaming. Please let me know how many, because I have to put money in a jar. So I'll probably be putting pennies in or whatever I have to fill it up. Right now I have the no-nos. The no-nos are sweets. I like chocolate and crackers and things like that. So I have my own little crafty going on. Thank you, craft services. My own ice water or ice, because I like to crunch on things. So I'm trying to find things that are healthy to crunch on and chew on. That little sensation of, crunching, chewing. And at the same time, I'm doing my very best not to be too distracted, because little sparkly things will get me. And I want to make sure this live streaming is going properly for you guys. And also, I'm finding that you can please critique me, let me know how you feel about the video, because I want to make sure that everyone is enjoying it. The first couple of minutes is going to be just time to give people to log in once they get an idea that I'm live streaming. But it's kind of late for anyone that's in the U.S. in the U.S., whether you're 3 hours ahead of 11:55 p.m. or not, because I had to, like as I mentioned, I wasn't feeling well today, and I wasn't sure if I was going to do a video, and I haven't done one in the week, and I want to make sure I did something for you guys. So I'm double reading today with a hoarse voice, and I may do a third. I'm not sure. These are pretty thick books. I might do Dr. Seuss or Berenstain Bears. Who knows? We'll see. Okay, usually I start reading within about 8-9 minutes in, because I like to ramble on and share a little tidbit of this and that about myself. Let's see. If you watch the other videos, I did like to do a little bit of acting here and there. I believe I'm going to probably, depending on how things are going, because I like to talk. I do. I'm a talker. And then there's times where I don't like to talk. I'm just quiet and pretty much quieter than a church mouse, where you don't know I'm there. Sometimes people forget that I was there. Like, wait, you were there? I'm like, yeah, I was. I was just sitting here listening to you, because I like to listen. I really like to hear other people's stories and hear, their adventures, other than talking about my own. And I have a slight speech impediment. Oh gosh, because I talk fast. I'm from Jersey and I talk really, really fast, and it's hard to let that go. Even though I've been out here in California for, it feels like eons and eons, I still talk fast. And if I slow down, my thought process is going to sound like I'm mumbling. So I don't know, Callie, or anyone else that's watching, if you don't like people that talk fast, Yeah, keep up. That's all I can tell you. Keep up. Because I'm talking fast. I'm just going to talk fast. And I better not eat the Snickers while I'm talking to you guys. So, okay. So, yes, I'm video recording with a leather panel back here and dated blue borders that I have to get rid of. I really have to get this room done because it's really just so outdated and slumber friendly. It's not slumber friendly. So kids, if you're watching, make sure you utilize your words properly. Make sure you always have a thesaurus out and a dictionary, because some of the books that I will be reading from, or some words that I might say and antics, may become a little confusing to you, or you might not be sure, what did she mean by that, or what did that mean in that story? So I always tell my boys, and as well as their father, make sure you have a thesaurus and a dictionary. Really good up-to-date dictionary, or if you have an old one, that's fine. Webster's dictionary is one of my favorites. I grew up with that one, and yeah, pretty much Webster's. So I can't remember the name of the other books that I have, the dictionaries that are out there. So if you have dictionaries, utilize them. If they're not the full, big, giant, huge one, ask your parents to help you get one. Thrift stores carry them. Dollar bookstores. I found a dollar bookstore up in, oh gosh, what is the name of the city? Oh goodness. I'm sorry, guys. I'm totally like forgetting. And no, it's not because of people. Maybe it is. Who knows? Oh goodness. Near Eagle Rock. I think that's it. Eagle. What is it? Can you see that mouse? Eagle Rock. Yeah, Eagle Rock. There's a dollar thrift store. So I found, oh my gosh, I got a ton of business books. So I have a tote bag full of them that I will be sharing with some of my crew once I get my business back up and running. But in the meantime, between acting and doing that, because I have to make it entrepreneur, I have to make a living, doing the business side, and make sure my license is renewed and everything, because I do life insurance. I want to make sure that is all together. I will make sure that I'm always reading something for you guys for your enjoyment. And yes, this is Monty, Cat of Ave Maria, that I will be reading for you. And this is by Patricia Sette. Sette? Sette. I hope I'm saying her name right. And the illustrations are by Tom Cardamone. Ooh. Okay, on the back, it shows who she is. I'm sorry for the glare, guys. Okay, here we go. I'm trying to do it without the glare. Sorry about that. My obsidian cat Monty was one of my inspirations for writing this story. Yeah, right. Okay. Besides being as friendly as any dog, Monty likes to take walks on a leash and go for rides in the car. I had a cat like that. Oh, he will even let you give him a bath sometimes. Monty is a frequent sight as he goes on his daily strolls around the town of Ave Maria. My other inspiration was Ave Maria itself, a new town in Florida that is home to Ave Maria University. It's a place where neighbors know one another and where store owners call customers and their cats by name. I was delighted to work with artist Tom Cardamone, whose illustrations convey the beauty of this unique town and the oratory that stands in its center. Patricia Sette. Glare. I got to really work on the glare. I don't know how to make that bigger so it doesn't glare. But we'll see. Hopefully I'll get my camera, get something going on better for you guys, okay? And all of the books I have purchased as, well, you know what? This one I did purchase not too long ago because I did not draw that. It reminds me of, who does that remind you of? Someone else drew this, and who does that remind you of? From the Flintstones. But I didn't draw that. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and start. Ooh, it's past 9:25. So let me get started on 9 minutes and 25 seconds in. So I'm going to get started on the story. As always, if there's pictures, I will share them as I turn the pages. Am I reading? So you know, adults, it's a lot to be treasured. So just bear with me. Okay. All right. For my daughter, Mariana, the Mary Ann of this story. Oh, I had an Aunt Mary Ann too. Okay. And this is my first time reading this book. I believe this is the book that one of the books outside of The Tale of Three Trees that I purchased for my son Jacob to read. He had to read in 5th grade over 100 books. He did that and surpassed that number. So we had a lot of books and we bought more books. And he, at the first half of 5th grade, he wasn't doing so well. So after the 100 books and helped him read more, he came out with all straight A's and graduated from 5th grade here in California, 5th grade. What happened to 6th grade? And he got all A's. Okay, so hopefully you guys will continue reading because reading is fundamental. That's an old saying, but it still stands true, as well as knowing your mathematics, or whatever they call it nowadays, because they keep changing the name of what they call it in schools. Okay, here we go. Whew, goodness. All right, let me show you the picture first. And I do sound effects, so just FYI, because I have fun reading. Let me see. My head feels like I'm not reading. I don't know. The camera's making me feel weird, weirder than normal. Okay, here we go. Last time. It was early in the morning in the town of Ave Maria, Florida. Monty, the cat, looked down from the windowsill of the apartment where he lived to the town below. He waited. He waited as he watched Mrs. Lopez and Mr. Lopez eat their muffins at a table near the coffee shop. He waited while he saw Sister Joan, Mary, walk along the brick path to teach the children at the school. And he waited while Monica, John, and Mary Ellen rode their bikes over the bridge, pedaling as fast as they could. "Hurry, we're almost late for class," John cried. They were almost late every morning. Then Mary Ann came into the room with Monty's harness and leash. "Every time for our walk," she told him. Monty purred a great rumbling purr, as Mary Ann put his harness on him. This is what he had been waiting for. Oops, sorry. I strive to be. Oh, how cute. Monty felt the warmth of the brick sidewalk under his paws. He felt the coolness on his back when they passed under the shade of a palm tree. He lifted his tail high. He was Monty, cat of Ave Maria. Let me show you that. "Good morning, Monty," said Mrs. Harper as she walked by. "It's Monty," said the twins, Susan and Stephen, as Monty strolled past them with his tail in the air. "Bless that cat," exclaimed Father Thomas. Monty watched him disappear into the church. He wondered what it was like inside. He felt it was his job to know everything about the town of Ave Maria. See? Okay, there we go. And there's the father down there. Father Thomas. There's a lot of pictures. He did know what the other buildings in Ave Maria looked like inside. He knew all about the toy store because he always stopped in to say hello to Mrs. Allen, the lady who owned the shop. "Have a cat treat," she would say. Oh, there she is. He also knew all about Mr. Dix's coffee shop because Mary Ann would tuck him under her arm and bring him in when she went for her morning coffee. "Have some bagel," Mr. Dix would say, giving Monty a small piece. I miss living in a small town where everybody knew your name. I don't know if that's good or bad, but I miss that. Where do you guys live? Small town, big cities, farms, mountains, caves, treetops, oceans, boats, space stations. There wasn't any food waiting for Monty in Mr. Melvin's bike shop. But there was something even better. A large white bird named King, with a fine crown of yellow feathers on his head. Bing bonk! Up Monty jumped up for a closer look. His tail twitched. King fluttered and squawked. Squawk! But Mr. Melvin just said, "Aw, King, stop your fussing. He can't get you into that cage." And then Mr. Melvin made the same joke and he made every time Monty visited. You know, even a cat may look at a king. Neither Monty nor King had the faintest idea what Mr. Melvin was talking about. Wait. Doesn't he kind of remind you of Elvis, for those who know Elvis? Okay. The king. But when Monty would try to peek through the large doors leading inside the church that stood in the middle of the town, Marianne would just pull him back gently and laugh. "You're pretty silly, Monty," she would say. I can't go to church." There we go. Sometimes at night, Monty would hop on the wall of his balcony and stare at the church. He would look very still. But he wouldn't feel still inside one bit. He, Monty, cat of Ave Maria, had never had even one peek inside the town's most beautiful building. It was very annoying. And I'm looking some kind of weird or frowning. I apologize. I'm a little bit of pain. Okay, a lot of pain. Just side note bar from the reading. My back is killing me right now. Sorry, guys. Monty would imagine jumping down to the slanty roof below him to go over to the church and peek inside. But whenever he looked at the slanty roof in the moonlight, it always seemed too far down for him to jump. Huh. Poor guy. Huh. But this night, for the first time, he saw that the slanty roof was not too far. Oh, so he jumped down. He had not planned on sliding, and he did not have a chance to decide if he wanted to drop down to the balcony below. He just did. Huh. You know, I had a cat that used to do that at my grandmother's house. Climb up a tree, jump on the slanted roof, climb up into the window, or jump out. Yeah. I bet some of you guys call it parkouring nowadays, huh? Shh, tummy. He found himself on Mrs. Harper's balcony in the middle of 3 potted plants. Monty began pouncing among the little bushes. He even ate one of the leaves so he would know all about them. It was his job to know about everything in Ave Maria. When he was all finished finding out about the plants, he jumped down to the sidewalk below. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Balcony. Bing bonk. Okay, maybe I have read this book before. That's funny. In a few easy hops, Monty reached the church door. Inside, it was very dark, but in the front, Monty saw a bright light. He walked toward it with his tail held high. There was so much to look at on the right and on the left. He even looked under the benches to see if there might be a mouse, but he couldn't find one. Okay, there we go. Let me get closer so you can see. There we go. Oh, wait, no, there, perfect. Okay. Ooh, nice. So he gazed up to the tall, tall ceiling. He could not see the top. He could not see the top. There we go. Look at that. When he almost reached the front, Monty was surprised to see Mrs. Harper sitting there. He had thought everyone in Ave Maria was sleeping, And then Monty saw Mrs. Harper was sleeping with her prayer book in her lap. Aww. Monty found himself gazing at a long table. On the table seemed to be something shining in gold, with something white gleaming in the center. He found for the first time in his life he did not want to jump, think bonk, to see better. He simply looked and see, Mrs. Harper and the light. Okay. Oh, and he sat there on top of the pew right next to Mrs. Harper. He looked very still, and he felt very still. After a long, long time, Monty felt gentle arms lifting him up. Ah, bless the cat, Father Thomas was saying softly as the morning light began to stream through the windows. So it is true, even a cat may look at a king. Sorry, guys. Oh, okay, here we go. Mrs. Harper opened her eyes, startled. Oh dear, Father Thomas, I must have fallen asleep when it was my turn to keep watch and prayer. It is all right, said Father Thomas. It seems that someone else was called to do the watching for you. That was Monty. Later that morning, Monty went for his walk again with Mary Ann. He held his tail high. He held his tail higher than ever before. He knew, or almost knew, everything in the town around him. After all, he was Monty, cat of Ave Maria. Whew. Thank you guys for your patience this evening as I finished reading Monty, Cat of Ave Maria by Patricia Sette and illustrated by Cardamone. And again, you can find all of the books that are being read online for your reading pleasure at either Kindle, Amazon, eBay, or you can go to, Barnes & Noble, if hopefully still around, Barnes & Noble, I believe it is, or any bookstore that is available in your city or town that has books, hardbound or softbound books for your reading pleasure, because it's great to read. There's so many different stories and adventures that are in these books. And again, if you hear me say just go ahead, count how many times, and I'll put it in one of my little bucket things that I have here. So again, I really hope you treasured and enjoyed the reading. How even though the delivery of I read is kind of off and different than most, I like to talk and ramble and share tidbits of different things and life stories. So I may do that in between some of the storytime books of the reading, but that's what it's called, storytime reading. So hopefully these stories are resonating with you. And again, if you have a thesaurus or a dictionary, make sure you have them with you so that way you can follow along with some of the words. Okay. And I shall be reading, hopefully I can get another book in before the pain in my back takes over. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I'm not feeling so good. But I do have 4 books. I still have the Christmas book that I was holding up my laptop. It has more stories in it that I wanted to share with you. But I will also be reading later on, God willing, Tales of a Fourth Grade Nothing by Judy Blume. Yes, it has markings on it. This is one of my original books. I think I bought a second one for my boys. Oh, yeah, this is mine. It says my birthday and my name. Oh, by the way, did I mention, my name is Pearl Diane. To everyone, hi, nice to meet you. And I'm a mom of 2 boys. The eldest is 27 and the youngest is 13. And before each of them were born, I've always read to them a book while I was pregnant with them, carrying them in my belly. And I also play classical music of all kinds and jazz. And then I started getting more, once they were born, more into playing little pop culture and different songs that I liked, especially from the 80s. Okay. The other book that I would like to read is The Wind in the Willows by Kenneth Grahame. Okay. Oops, sorry. The glare is really, I'm working on it, guys. I want to make sure that I have no glare for you. I think it's the lighting from the my tabs up there. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Let's see. This is a junior classics for young readers. So here's more information on the back. I don't know if you can see that. Parents, if you can see that, okay. Hopefully it's not coming out backwards to you guys. I just realized that. I forgot live streaming, showing pictures, and sometimes the words are kind of backwards. I apologize for that. The other books, I have plenty of Dr. Seuss books and Disney books. Yeah, collections. And then my mom decided she wanted to buy more new books for the kids as well. Bright and early books for beginners. Okay, I must be a beginner because I forgot how to read. The Berenstain Bears. He Bear, She Bear by Stan and Jen Berenstain. Now, I have to say, there's been a question about the spelling of Berenstain. The book that I have here says Berenstain. I remember the name being spelled differently. Now, I'm not saying it has anything to do with that Mandela effect. I don't know. So kids, if you heard that from adults or seen it online, I don't know what to tell you, but it does look different to me. This book was done, I'm looking for the year. Let's see here. It's not going to show me for Leo and Robin. Oh, and I have an uncle and cousin Leo. That's so cool. Okay, copyright is 1974 by Stanley and, okay. Well, it is what it is. It says 1974. Just a little bit after I was born, but little. So, am I telling my age a little bit? Because my birthday's next month and I'm excited in February. Yes. By the way, for those who are Dodgers fans, where is it? Or Chicago White Sox fans, or Angels fans, spring training is in full effect. Coming up the end of this month and beginning of, I'm sorry. I stand corrected. It begins on my birthday, February 23rd. Yes. Dodgers will be playing Chicago White Sox on that day at a home game in Chicago. The very next day, on the 24th, they're going to be playing the Angels at a home game, it says. So I'm excited. Aren't you? And I believe all games will be starting at 1:30 p.m. So that's something to really look into. And what I'm doing is I'm trying to pull up the calendar. Not the calendar. Gosh, Pearl. I'm really tired, guys. I'm sorry. I do apologize. I'm trying to pull up my pictures because I saved it. Yes, I did do a screenshot of it. Boom, there it is. Let's see if you guys can see that. Is that too bright? It was on Twitter. Wait, where's the thing at? There we go. I think you can see that. Boom. Okay. Yep, there we go. So I thought I'd share that little tidbit of information because I love the Dodgers. I used to take my boys all the time. Oh, I'm sorry. For each, it's like a tradition. For Dominic's, which is my eldest, his first baseball game, a friend of mine gave me box seat tickets to the Angels game. So I took him to that, and that's when he was little. like 7-ish, I believe, 7, 8, 8-ish. And then I took him to a Dodgers game because my mom used to take me all the time when I was a kid, when I came to California. And for Jacob, my youngest one, his first game, sorry, Dodgers, was an Angels game as well. A very good friend who passed away the other year. Gerald had given me tickets. He put it on Facebook as far as whoever was interested in the tickets he had them available. So I won the tickets. So I took my kids to the tickets. I took Dominic and his girlfriend, who's now his wife, to the game. And then it was Jacob. So it's 4 of us. We went to our Angels game. And then after that, I took him to, it was June of 2013, I think, just after school finished. A client said, hey, come with me to the game. I was like, sure. Can I? Sure. So I brought Jacob to the Dodgers versus Padres. We won that day. Sorry, Padres, but yes, we won. And I was so thrilled that my second son was able to attend a Dodgers game, enjoy it, and watch them win. After so many years, we won. And that started the streak. And to me, that started like the whole, trail of Dodgers win, and going to World Series. So we didn't make it for the 2 years for winning, but guess what? Third time's a charm, and we're going to win. Yes, we are. 2019 World Series. I'm excited. I love the Dodgers. Okay. Oh, then there's The Cat in the Hat. Again, all by Dr. Seuss. I can read it all by myself, beginner books. So I do have beginner books, and I have college books, college reading books, you name it, self-help books, Christian books, non-Christian books. Yes. It's raining again. Okay, guys, I'm going to sign off. I hope you enjoyed it. It is now 32 minutes in. It's time to go before YouTube kicks me off for going over past an hour and a half or 2 hours like you did before, because I didn't know. All right. Thank you for stopping by. As always, thumbs up if you like it, thumbs down if you don't. If you're not quite sure, just make a comment or subscribe so that I know that word. And how many times I'm saying put it in the comment section so I know and I can fill up. I'll just start filling this up with money in it. My own money, of course, because I keep saying a lot. It's a little crappy over there. Anyway. Guys. All right. Love yous. Smooches. I hope you enjoyed. And as always, be true to yourself. And if you ever need a mom to kind of listen to, or if you're being punished and your parents say, okay, you have a choice or option. You can either get a spanking, a timeout, or listen to the lecture. Feel free to say, I'd rather listen to this crazy lady talk on YouTube. Mom, that's enough torture right there. It's a win-win, because part of your homework is reading, and punishment is to listen to a crazy lady ramble on. Okay? All right, guys. Have fun. Ciao. Bye.